Hello, everybody, and I hope everybody's doing great. It is my day 3 Star Wars Celebration recap video. Guys, it's RM here. Hope you all are well out there. I'm doing great. Can't believe that today's actually going to be the last day of Star Wars Celebration. I can't get over how fast this has gone by, and all the different twists and turns that have happened since I've been here. I did want to mention to you all, hello, Efren Guzman. How are you this morning? So good to see you here. Such a pleasure as always, Efren. Hope all is well with you. Yes, guys, I'm doing my recap of day 3 of Star Wars Celebration. Has been a very different Star Wars Celebration than I originally thought it was going to be like. Hey, Kinky Sphincter. Hope you are well this morning. Yeah, Efren, I haven't had a chance to even go out and enjoy food. I'm so sorry. I haven't had a chance. I've gone to a pub and I had some delicious fish and chips the other night before celebration. So, but this week I haven't really even been thinking about food happening. Hello, Eric Patterson. Hope you are well this morning. Hope you are all well. Hey, Blue Tattoo, how are you? Um, yes, I am. I kind of was sick for a little while when I got here. And, it's every day is a little different. I feel okay, but unfortunately, I can't do anything about my voice. Um, when I streamed earlier, about a week ago, my voice sounded like this too, Efren. So, yeah, I do have a little bit of twinge. I'm not quite sure if I can shake it, but I am okay. Um, hello, Frozenborg. How are you this morning? Yeah, you were going to ask about the food. Haven't had a chance to enjoy the culinary delights here. Um, I've been so busy doing so many things that I haven't had a chance to enjoy everything. But I'm still going to be here for a little while after celebration. So I did want to mention that, guys, yesterday was Sunday, April 9th, and normally I would have done my Sunday brunch show. I couldn't do that yesterday. I did a recap of day 2, but I did just want to mention that I did go to Star Wars Celebration yesterday. I had tickets. Well, Greggy, I'd have to say my favorite moment so far is always hanging out with other fans of Star Wars. And I've been doing this nonstop since I got here, meeting people from all over the world who are Star Wars fans. And of course, a lot of YouTubers who I stream with, and a lot of people who are part of the PGS as well. So that is my favorite moment. If I could say a favorite celebrity moment, it would have to be talking to Andy Serkis. So I've been wanting to speak to him for a while, and I did get a chance to speak to him not just on Saturday, but yesterday on Sunday. So I am going to talk about that a little bit in this stream this morning. So I hope you guys are certainly well wherever you are. I know I sound pretty sick, but I'm okay. I trust me. Trust me, I'm fine. I'm gonna be fine. I'm sure my congestion will clear up soon. Um, so yesterday I had tickets to go to a panel, which I didn't attend. The panel was for villains of the sequel trilogy, and I decided not to attend it because I had the opportunity to take a photograph with Katie Sackhoff. And so, yeah, I'm going to get to that, Greg. I'm going to get to that. Um, I had an opportunity to take a photo with Katie Sackhoff, and so I had to kind of like balance whether I should go to the panel or take the photo. So I decided to go ahead and meet Katie Sackhoff, um, which was fantastic. So I'm just going to show a photo if I can find it. Gee, where is it? Um, so here we are in the photo, and I this is kind of like not the official photo. I do have an official photo of myself with Katie um, somewhere here in this room. But the other thing that I was going to say is Katie was so nice, and she's very tall. She's a lot taller than I thought she was. I took the photo with my friend Sean, who has been such a gem during this entire trip. And I do want to kind of like give a shout out to Sean. This is a picture of the three of us with Katie. And you can see Sean there on one side, and there I am in the other, and there's Katie. Sean has been such a great friend. So I do have to give him a lot of credit for being such a great friend during this whole thing, letting me go along with many of the different things that he was doing. I didn't know whether I could take a picture with Katie, but I was able to kind of share the expense of taking the picture with her. So now I do have that, and I'm really excited. I think it's so fantastic to have a photo with her. She was such a lovely woman. And apparently, I guess a day or two ago was her birthday. And I didn't get a chance to really wish her a happy birthday because I completely forgotten about it. So when we got up to see Katie, the only thing that happened was we were kind of, we went and took the photo, and she was such a sweetheart. Um, uh, she just is so wonderful. And then, of course, when we left, Sean was like, "Oh my goodness, it was her birthday yesterday." And he had said that he noticed that they had a cake right near where Katie was, and the cake had like it was this themed cake, and it had a Bo-Katan helmet on it, and he was like, "We should have known, the night owl helmet, that it was her birthday, and we should have wished her happy birthday." But I was just so kind of like surprised at how many celebrities I've been seeing and pretty much meeting and taking photos with and getting a chance to talk to. It's been really phenomenal. I was not expecting to have a celebration like this. When I planned this celebration out originally, I thought I was going to be bringing my mother with me, as you guys know, and she could not make the trip. So I did the trip solo, and I am here, and I have been having an extraordinary time. But I just didn't know I was going to have a yes, Robert. Hi, Robert. Yes, I just didn't know that I was going to have a trip like this where I am meeting so many people. Now, I did know that I was going to be taking a photograph and getting an autograph with Andy. I knew that from day one. So I knew that was happening. And I also knew that I was going to be bringing the picture of, thank you, Robert. I got to talk to you, Robert. um, about something too, which you and I have been talking about. But good morning to you, Robert. I guess it's still late night in Cali. Thank you, Robert, so much. Thank you. You're not, you're so kind. Thank you, Robert. Well, I got to tell you, what does Robert say? I sent Gabe your photo. Really? You did? Oh, how Robert, how is Gabe doing? Let him know I said hello, and I'm looking forward to seeing him again if he's in the New York area or anything like that. Did he really? Robert, we need to talk. Robert, are you free? Are you free right now? Maybe I should send you a link and you can come on since I just started. I'll send you the link. You can come on and we can talk about this, Robert. Um, Let me just see how to do this. I have to send it to myself and just go on with this here. I'll send you the link. You can come on and we can talk a little bit about the Andy Circus thing because it's been so exciting, Robert. Um, and I'm going to send you the link. It's going to be in Facebook Messenger. So you can come on board if you want to, Robert. Um, Gee, I hope you are well. I better plug in my computer before the battery goes off. But yes, as you guys know, I've been planning to get an autograph and to speak to Andy since I got here. Um, yes, I will be going to the next celebration, Efren. I'm totally free. Robert, I sent you the link. Just go ahead and come on whenever you're ready. We can talk here and talk about Andy and everything because it just was so incredible. And I can't wait to get your. I just can't wait to talk about it. Um, it's just been so much fun. Really, just such an incredible moment. Okay, the computer's plugged in. Hi, Robert. Hello.
Well, hello there. Hang on, let me turn you off on the there. So yeah. Oh shit. Oh no, I'm still there. So the picture you sent me with Andy when he that first of all, that picture is dope as fuck. That
Thank you.
Andy's like, yeah, like he looks like he's the most excited in the world to meet you. That was the greatest. The picture was the best.
Well, you know something, Robert, it was right after I had, literally walked in there to take the photo with Andy, and as we were gonna say, usually you say cheese, I said, "Let's say Tango Shalom," and Andy was like, like, "What?"
Well, what's so interesting about that, and so Andy Serkis and Gabe Bologna, the director of Tango Shalom, who wrote a script, they've been trying to make this movie together for years.
Yes.
And Gabe's column writing partner has been a hindrance a bit, as trying to leverage uh, the but he co-wrote it. He's an acting coach. He wants a position in the film. And the script that they're making is called Brundabar. And Brundabar was a play that was written by people in a concentration camp during World War II. And the Nazis had a concentration camp where that was for they showed off to the Red Cross. No, no, we're taking very good care of these people. And it's an incredible story about a woman who they wrote the inmates, the concentration camp, what do you call them? They wrote this play and they performed it. And the play was called Brundabar. And it's a very famous story. And Gabe got the rights to this woman's story before she passed away. And they even took her around and filmed her in all these actual real locations. And Andy wants to make this movie. And he was going to make it before Venom 2, but then he got Venom 2. And so now it looks like they're actually moving forward and they're going to make the film that Gabe wrote. So hopefully, I mean, I have nothing to do with it, but hopefully it all happens. And it's really interesting because I've only met Andy Serkis once, and it was when I was working on. So it was very funny on Two Towers. I interviewed every single person that worked on making Gollum, but I didn't interview Andy because my boss did. He interviewed and I met Andy at a bar in Hollywood. It was an event. I want to say it was maybe it was before the Oscars. And when I met him, I explained who I was, and I said, "Yeah, but Gollum's cool, but you know what? When you played the Joy Division's producer in 24 Hour Party People, that was a performance." And he laughed because no one even knows he does that. I mean, Andy's been working forever, and he's an incredible actor, and he's been doing all this work. And I said, dude, when you said the drum had a vibration and you put I fucking laughed out loud. I mean, if you guys haven't seen 24 Hour Party People, the Manchester sound meant so much to me. Factory Records and New Order and Happy Mondays, and I love that movie. So when I met him, that's what I told him. But I haven't seen him since then yet. I've kind of been talking to him through Gabe,
Oh,
and
really?
Gabe, yeah, and Gabe's tried, like, Gabe tells Andy the story that I explained to him. So I did a piece on editing the Two Towers that's on the Two Towers extended editions.
Yes.
And in that, the editors of the Two Towers, they had cut like a 45-minute battle of Helm's Deep. And they thought it was the greatest things ever. The editors said that was a tasty battle. They thought it was amazing. But when they showed it to Peter and when they started looking at it, they realized it was boring. It got boring because there was no stakes. There was no personal point of view. So they cut the battle down and they decided to make sure that Gimli, Legolas, and Aragorn, you follow them the entire time. So this amazing battle of Helm's Deep happens, but you have to see it through the character's eyes, because if you don't, it doesn't mean anything. It's just a cacophony of battle scenes, and that's fine. But when you're watching a movie, you have to feel it. It has to come through the eyes of people. And I told Gabe this when we were making Tango Shalom. I told him, I said, I learned a really important lesson about film editorial. And if you're doing an action scene or a dance sequence, I said, when we first started cutting the dance sequence at the end, I go, we need to keep cutting back to the people that are watching the dance sequence, like the mothers and all the people that care if they win. Because if you just watch them dance, and that's great, it's fine, but that's not narrative. That's not there's no emotion. That's not storytelling. That's just showing an event. And so when we were doing this, and it took us a long time to cut this, we spent so much time cutting the dance, just the dances. And I said to Gabe, I go, and I told him where I learned this lesson. I said, I learned this lesson when I was working on the Two Towers special features, when I was editing a piece and interviewing the two guys that edited the film. And they told me this lesson. And I said, we're doing the same thing. We're watching a bunch of dancing. It's like the battle at Helm's Deep. There's no personal stakes in it. And the thing is, all the peripheral characters, all the characters that we've met, they all have a stake in them winning. So when you cut back to them, wondering if they're going to win or not, the audience feels the same anticipation. And it was a huge lesson I learned. And Gabe, I don't know if he's conveyed it as well as I told it to him, but it was something that I told him when I was editing Tango Shalom. I said, this is what, and he never thought about that. And I go, this is what, because he wanted to show these dance sequences and just show the dancing. And I said, everyone's going to get bored because there's no narrative. It's like, believe it or not, the problem with pornography or erotic, if you're going to make an erotic film, and I don't mean an erotic thriller like a Basic Instinct. Every time you have a cut to a sex scene, everyone knows, okay, it's a sex scene. The narrative stops cold. Unless something is happening, unless the way people are having sex, or unless does Catherine Trammell have an ice pick? Is she going to put it through Michael Douglas's face? Like, if you wonder about that, then it's not just a sex scene, it's a suspense moment. And this is an important thing when you're putting together a narrative in cinema, to make sure that the audience is constantly engaged, that you're pulling them along. Otherwise, if they're not engaged, if the plot is not moving forward and you're just stopping to show a cool sex scene, you will bore your audience. And I learned that because of the Two Towers.
Yeah, that I'm so glad you told us about that, Robert, because it was really important to have that focus in Tango Shalom, especially with the main character and the journey that he goes on. And it can get lost along the way with a lot of what's going on in the background. And you really didn't want to have that happen because that dance moment was the climax, at
Yeah.
least, for the story. You really needed that to be the focal point, but you also didn't want to kind of get lost in the spinning, if you will. Um,
No.
dance Dancing can be, it's lovely to watch on film, but unless it's a musical, it can't take over every single area of the film.
Right.
And, I think it was really important, especially the way that the main character was building these relationships. A lot of it, yet, and it is true that the movie is called Tango Shalom, and it is about dancing, but a lot of it was about what type of relationship was he going to have or establish, even with characters that he already knew.
Yeah.
So, he had
Well,
his.
wait. Enough about that. You're in London. You went to Star Wars Celebration. I want to know all about it. Like,
I gotta
like,
see
like
what's
I have to
new.
say, the pictures between what you and Lael did.
Yes.
I mean, first of all, Lael's fashion sense and Latoya T on point. I mean, you've already met him before, but my God, you guys were having fun.
We are having such a great time, Robert. And as I've told you, and I've told many of the viewers of the PGS and pretty much everybody who I talk to, the most important thing about going to an event like this is to meet the other fans, your friends. And on
Yeah.
more than one occasion, Robert, when I've met new people and people that I've seen in the past, they've already told me, it's been years since I've been able to even do anything like this. I haven't seen anybody for 5 years. I don't live close by. This is a big trip for me. This means a lot. One of my friends, Helena, I've known her for almost 5 years. She lives in Australia, and she flew, I guess maybe it was 24 hours of incredibly long trip just to get here for celebration, people really are going out because they know this is so important. And I had kind of said to myself, why did they have the celebration now? It's actually a good thing, Robert. We need to have these connections and bonds rebuilt again in the community because it's kind of tough times. There are a lot of people who, even outside of what we love in pop culture, are going through a lot, and that human connection is so important to get.
Right.
Um, and it's just been absolutely wonderful to do this. Of course, I have been hanging out with the I say the usual suspects, our crew, every single day, practically every night when we can keep our eyes open because our days have been so filled with activities and talking about different characters and excitement and seeing celebrities and really just kind of enjoying all these different cosplays and shows. It's
Oh,
it's
it's been you guys, the pictures alone. How much fun have you been having? Oh my God.
We've been having a great time, and everybody has been so kind. I mean, we've really kind of been extending the kindness, theme throughout, sharing different things. There's a guy by the name of Sean. I think his name is he's a YouTuber, and I can't remember his YouTube name. But Robert, he's been so kind to me, asking me if I want to go to different panels, asking me if I want to take a photo with this person, or do you want to come with me to the signing? Yesterday, he took me to when he had to have a lightsaber signed by Ewan McGregor and by Hayden Christensen. And I've never really even seen those guys before, but I was super close. And he even introduced me. He's like, "Hey, Hayden, this is my friend Rita." And I was like, "Oh my God, I was not expecting him to do that." I'm like, get your lightsaber signed and say hello to Hayden." But and Hayden like turned and looked at me, and I said, "Oh, hello." It was just so much fun, Robert, to enjoy these moments with people because this is what life is all about, having these fun times, really kind of enjoying this. I don't know when the next Star Wars celebration is going to be, let alone in Europe. But this one is really special, and I'm really glad that we've had the opportunity to even come out here to for this, Robert. It's just been so incredible. I can't
Oh,
believe that yesterday was day 3, and today is the last day. I can't even believe it, Robert.
oh, so Monday, it's Monday is part of it too.
Yes, today is the last day, and
So
I
is it 9:05 there right now? 9 AM?
yes.
So it's not, so when does the cell, do you have to be there in an hour?
No, I think I'm supposed to be there at 12,
Oh,
but,
that's cool.
yeah, I have to ask Sean because I think I'm taking a photo with Rosario Dawson.
Did you see
Yeah.
Lael's photo? Look, Lael's photos are there. I mean, I can't believe his fashion sense. It's so on point. Like that guy, and I don't think they, oh, because Lael's traveled. He's been to London before. He's lived in Australia and all that. But though they're having and you guys are having the best time. But my favorite picture was you with Andy Serkis. Just
Really?
the look on his face. You're smiling. He's like, yeah,
It's
like you're
it's
like,
because right at that moment, Robert, you go up to the person, you put your arm around them. I actually meant to, like, go
well,
closer to.
for fans for a while, you couldn't do that.
Yes.
There was a thing, a partition between people and everything.
Yes. I actually I meant to go really close to him, but I forgot, like, I completely forgot, Robert, that I my intention was to, like, really go close to him and hold on to him, but I was like but I just stood there and I said, "Let me just say, let's say Chango Shalom," and that's when he went rather than say
Hilarious.
yeah, because I thought, "How am I gonna get his attention?" I really didn't wanna
He's
take up.
actually a huge fan of the movie.
Yeah, well, I just found that out, and Robert, I gotta tell you, I didn't wanna take up too much of his time because he's busy. These things are long, it's a
Yeah,
long
yeah.
time for them, and, I've actually been to press junkets and things, and even I've gotten a headache from those things. So I didn't necessarily wanna take up his time. Maybe he just kinda wants to finish this. They told him he's got 2 or 3 hours and then it's done. So I said, "Let me just say that and get out." And when we took the picture, he held my hand and he was like, "How did you know?" So that's when I knew that, I had gotten his attention.
Yeah.
But what was interesting, Robert, was that his first thoughts were immediately about Gabe. And I remember, Robert, was it 2 years ago when the movie premiered in New York? And, there COVID was still happening. And I was fortunate enough to make it to the Brooklyn Film Festival and meet Gabe and the entire
Yeah,
cast and crew.
and
And
that's what I told Gabe tonight. Like, I sent him your picture, and I explained that you were at the Brooklyn Film Festival, and it was that film festival that got the movie sold. that got it
Yes.
picked up for distribution, and he's like, "Oh my god, that's amazing," and he was completely freaked out after I sent the picture. I'm like, I had to explain it because he doesn't know about the Star Wars celebration. He doesn't know anything that and he was, like, with Andy last week in New York, and he's going to
Really?
London, and I just,
Wait, is he coming here? Is Gabe coming here?
not I think next month.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because, the first thing that Andy said to me was that, "Well, I know Gabe." And I said, I kind of wanted to tell him, it's like the thing that always fascinated me about the film and was purely Gabe's words of saying that he wanted to make a film that would spread peace in the world. And I said,
Yeah.
when someone says something like that to you, you're automatically on board. Like you can't reject that. And I thought to myself, artists have different motivations. Everybody's motivated by
Yeah.
something different, but this was very special. And I told Gabe, I said, this is a very special moment to even be here and to see the magic that the film has created. And that was before you guys got your UN, recognition,
Yeah,
before you
and the
got all
Pope.
the awards
Yep.
and everything that had happened. I mean, that was way before that. But honestly, Robert, I really kind of want to see if I can find out if Andy's going to be in town. I'd love to talk to him about Tango Shalom and other stuff that he's doing, like on
Well,
behalf of the Burnettwork, of
he
course. So,
he took Gabe to the, New York premiere of the Luther movie, the Luther TV movie.
yes,
He
yeah,
and Circus, it crushes it in that, like,
he's so good in that.
he's like an epic serial killer. All the people he has
He's so
frozen
good.
in he's, like, killed hundreds of people. It's the greatest thing ever. I
Yes.
love it.
Yeah, I actually, when I spoke to him the day before, I told him how he scared me to death in that film, and I loved it. And Andy told me that he almost didn't take that role. And I thought that was very interesting. He felt there might have been, this sort of abuse of the internet and things like that, and how that role can be somewhat controversial. And it was like that was a controversial baddie that he played, but I absolutely loved him in that. And I
He was
told him,
great. He was
yeah,
great. Yeah,
yeah,
he
he
was
really was.
fantastic.
He really
So
was. And he's, such a gentleman, so I thought to myself, "Yeah, maybe I don't know, I'll see." I'm here for a little while, Robert. I'm here till the 17th of April. So,
oh,
I
wow.
figured yeah, I figured
I
let me
gotta
see.
hook you up. You gotta hook up with Emma Bannon.
Well, did you reach out to her to let her know I'm here?
You know what? I didn't, and I would talk to her. I'm gonna reach out and tell her. I'm gonna connect you guys on Facebook.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
because I love her. I would just I wanna know what it's I wanna see you guys go party in Soho together or whatever.
Yeah, that would be great, and I also wanna visit some of the Andor sites,
Yeah.
here in the UK because they did some filming, shots in
I'm gonna say right now, I'm gonna send you guys have to hook up.
and, it's just been so incredible, Robert. Last night we went to a Cantina event, I think it's called Cantina 2, and, the sort of cover bands that play, songs, and then, of course, you got Star Wars in the background, and there's all sorts of people with all different backgrounds talking about Star Wars. It's just been really incredible, to see it. This is the first Star Wars celebration I've been to in Europe. I've never been to one out here before. I don't even know if they've had one out here before, so this might be the first one, I don't know, but the crowd has been amazing. Everybody has been so kind and inviting, and it's just been an incredible experience, Robert. I can't even describe it in words. It's really hard to kind of explain, but it really the best part has been the people that you meet at this event. I just can't get enough of it. It's really been such an enjoyable time, and this is why I came here was to have an experience like this. I think that if a lot of people who think, I had mapped out things very differently. I thought my mother was coming. I thought I was going to be going to all different types of panels and things. And I haven't even gone to one panel, Robert, not one since I've been here. This has been a very different experience than what I originally thought I was going to have. In fact, it's been even more fulfilling than what I thought it was going to be, Robert. I can't even tell you how pleased I am with all this.
Well, that's amazing. I'm so glad you guys are everyone's having so much fun. It's so great. I love, seeing all this. It's been so much fun to watch from afar. It's funny, John Campea last year talked about us all going there. I'm like, "Yes, let's go."
Uh-huh.
That's why I wanted to make sure that I renewed my passport had expired, and I have my renewed passport. Those new passports they're very cool. I'm all ready to go, but we didn't do it. So
Yeah, you should have come. You would have liked this a lot, Robert, and yeah, I think you
Oh,
should
I
have.
love London. I love it.
Well, the guys, I just wanted for those of you who didn't see the picture of Andy Serkis and I together.
I mean, come on, how great is that picture? Andy's like the happiest man alive. That's incredible.
Yeah, it was
Listen,
kind of yes.
I have to go to bed. I am so tired. But building a channel, I cannot wait for Midnight Musings next Friday.
Mhm.
Oh, can you do it? You're gonna still be in
I'll
London.
see if I can do it. I'll see if I can do it. I'll let you
See if you
know.
can do it because I'd love to have you and Lael because we gotta talk about the whole experience. I just want to have you guys like dish. Tell me everything.
Absolutely, I certainly will, and Robert, I will talk to you a little bit more maybe after you've had some rest tomorrow.
I have to go to bed. I'm so tired, and I've been streaming. I mean, I had a great observations tonight. I have to go to bed.
Yes.
I'm so tired.
Well, Robert, thank you for coming on. You certainly made my day, and we have a lot more to talk about, and you enjoy your rest.
I will, and this is amazing. I can't wait, but I want to hear the whole story from all three of you. We'll get Coco Tulip to come on. Latoya has to come on too. But I will
Okay.
see you later, everybody.
Bye, Robert.
Good night.
All right, guys. So, yeah, yesterday was such a thrilling day. Yeah, good to see Robert this morning, guys. Just want to say, really, Tom, can you tell by my smile? It was so amazing. I just wanted to thank all of you for your support um, while doing this. It's been so much fun to be here at Celebration and you guys listening to all the exciting news that's coming in. um, yeah, so I did just want to say that. I also wanted to mention that today I am going back to celebration for day number 4, the last day of celebration. I can't believe this is the last one. But guys, we're going to continue to bring you more coverage here at the Burnettwork, and of course, I'm streaming on Positive Fandom at the same time. But we're going to continue here on the Burnettwork to keep you guys posted about what's going on internationally at different cons. Hopefully, especially we got San Diego Comic-Con coming up this summer, which is going to be a big one. So guys, please make sure you come back to check that out. I want to thank Tom Jr. Jackson. Thank you, Tom, my moderator. We are all good people, Tom Jr. Jackson. Um, Thank you so much for everything, Tom. You are always helping me out, guys. And of course, as you know, I'm going to show it one more time. Yes, his face is unbelievable in the picture. And it was just so wonderful to meet him this time. Hopefully, I'll be able to do more work with him going forward. We'll see how this goes. But guys, it was a great pick. Thank you, Tom, and a great experience. Um, you guys are all great. Thank you, Darth Flato, on program. Exactly. This has been such a fantastic um, trip. And guys, I'm going to go. I have to head to celebration. I promised myself I would only do these recaps for 30 minutes, and I'm at the 30-minute mark. But I did just want to mention that I did have a great time seeing Ewan McGregor as well as Hayden Christensen as well yesterday, and Andy Serkis and Katie Sackhoff. I so appreciate everything you guys are doing here. Thank you so much. Thank you for following APG 12120571. Yeah, you guys, I know you guys have to get some rest. Hope you all had a great weekend. I'm continuing on having a great weekend, guys. And I will let you know what happens on day 4 of Star Wars Celebration. I'm going to be taking a photo with Rosario Dawson coming up. I can't wait, guys. And of course, I will see you all later. And remember, guys, no matter where you are in the galaxy, always remember to please be kind. Take care, everybody.